Now let's get you set up and ready to start coding. I'm going to introduce you to the 4 most popular coding environments Salesforce developers like to use. But let me warn you in advance. People take this coding editor thing way too seriously, and conversations often escalate to biblical proportions as Salesforce geeks have these religious debates over which editor is best. I will tell you right now, there is no right answer over which editor to use. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Each editor has its pros and cons, and I'm going to demo each one for you and give you an unbiased view on their merits. The first 2 environments I'm going to show you are both made by Salesforce and available immediately to you once you log into your org on a browser. These are browser-based coding environments, so you must have an internet connection to use them. The first option is to code through Salesforce Setup. You navigate here by literally clicking the Setup button. This is your basic, no-frills coding editor that has only the most basic of functionality. It's simple and very straightforward to use, but doesn't have some of the nicer features such as syntax highlighting, which basically color codes your text to make your code easier to read. Great for getting started on some simple triggers or making quick edits to larger triggers, but not the place you want to be if you're coding a big app. The second option is the developer console. You can access the developer console by clicking your name on the top right, then developer console. This is Salesforce's built-in coding environment that Salesforce themselves are putting in all their effort behind to make sure this can be your one-stop shop for coding. Over the years, tons and tons of features have been built in the developer console, and honestly, it probably has a lot more features than you'll ever need to use. Unfortunately, since it's browser-based, you're going to run into issues such as lag and the occasional bug. The developer console is quickly growing in popularity amongst developers. The next 2 environments I'm going to show you are not web-based, meaning you have to download and set them up before you can use them. While this can often be a pain, the advantage is you get the quickest, most seamless experience. You will never experience that frustrating typing lag you might get from an online editor. The first offline option is the Force.com IDE. This is the most popular weapon of choice for Salesforce developers around the world. You'll find tons and tons of features in this, such as advanced search and autocomplete in your code. Anything you ever need will probably be here. Unfortunately, this option is starting to show its age as its UI isn't very modern. Also, downloading and installing the Force.com IDE is going to be a huge pain in the you-know-what. I have installed it many times and it never gets any better. The final option is called Maven's Mate. Maven's Mate is the lightning of coding editors. It looks amazing. It has a ton of features just like the Force.com IDE, and most importantly, it's the quickest of all 4 options. You do need to download and install Maven's Mate, but the process isn't nearly as painful as setting up the Force.com IDE. Some people don't like Maven's Mate because the black background makes them feel like they're in the Matrix. I like that feeling. Remember when I told you that choosing a coding editor is totally a matter of preference and only geeks online debated over which one was better? Well, I lied to you. This isn't up for discussion, and there is no debate here. Maven's Mate is the best coding environment to use, and if you use anything else, you're wrong.